Hi guys, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing my April haul and I'm excited to, kind of quasi excited to show you the things that I brought into my collection that I purchased. These are things that count against me in my beauty bank. And some of them I'm really sad about because it was totally unnecessary. Some of them I'm real damn excited about. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, awesome. I hope that you'll want to stick around. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I am a lover of all things high-end colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a district leader for Ulta, so I get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education. I do a lot of reviews here on my channel, Shop My Stash, Project Pan, Empties, and hauls. I just also kind of like to talk about makeup. I'm assuming if you're here, you also like to talk about makeup, so I hope that you find that I'm your cup of tea and you want to stick around and subscribe before you go. And with that said, let's roll into this haul. I just realized I did that whole intro with no audio, so I'm super sorry about that, I promise you. I have the audio on now. Hopefully it's fixed. Hopefully I sound a whole lot better. I just went and looked. I have 35 points in my beauty bank. My beauty bank is about the number of items that I bring into my collection over the year. I've done an inventory every single year for the last 3 years, on my channel. And last year I did my inventory and was disgusted by the amount of products that I have in my collection. I decided that I wasn't going to do a no buy though, or a low buy, because that really just kind of sets me up for failure, right? It sets anybody up for failure. Anybody who likes to purchase certain products. Like if I told a planner that they couldn't buy any more stickers or any more pens or any more planners, that would set them up for failure. So I decided I wasn't going to do that, but I knew that I needed to somehow curb how many items were coming into my collection that I am spending my money on. I work in the beauty industry, so I get a lot of gratis. I get a lot of stuff. It's like my own version of PR, only not. It's for every bit of education we get, we also get product to use so that we can speak about it. So I get a lot of stuff for free. I don't count that towards the items that count against me as it pertains to my beauty bank. What pertains to my beauty bank are those items that I am actually purchasing and bringing into my collection, knowing full well that I didn't need that makeup item in my collection. So the things that count in my beauty bank are everything makeup oriented, including setting sprays, but not skincare. So skincare is a complete different entity in my opinion. So anything beauty counts. Lip liners, eyeliners, brow pencils, brow product, foundations, primers, anything like that counts. So when I tell you that there are 4 items that I had to pick up last month that I am not happy about, it's because I did not need them in my collection. I went out of town. I forgot them at home sitting on my makeup table and had to go purchase them so that I had them in my possession while I was out of town for 2 solid weeks straight. So I'm really kind of irritated about it. And I did go in and buy products I knew I would like, or I thought I would like, based on the brands that I love and know, but also didn't try to break the bank because I knew I had these products at home. So I have 6 products sitting in front of me. 2 of them I'm really excited about. 4 of them I'm kind of pissed off at myself about. So there's that. I also, as I look over here, have a ton of gratis to share with you guys, but I'm going to do that in a separate video. That video is going to take me probably about an hour. We went to conference, and at conference we have one whole day that is about brand partnerships, and it's called the Brand Expo, and we go and we get education from the brands, and then they give us product. Again, that's how gratis works. I have 4 boxes and 4 bags full of product. Large Ulta Beauty boxes full of product. I'm going to do that in a separate video. So today is just about the items that I paid for that I brought into my collection. So the first 4 products that we're going to talk about are the ones that I had to pick up because I forgot them. And they are, number 1, a setting spray. I forgot my setting spray sitting right here on my table as I went out of town for 2 solid weeks. So I went to my Ulta Beauty closest to me at the time and purchased a mini professional setting spray. This is one of my favorite setting sprays. The Professional Super Setter number 1 is not made with alcohol, so it's not going to dry out your skin. It's got a beautiful mist on it. I don't know if you guys saw that, but if you heard it, you could tell. The mist is just such a nice, fine, beautiful mist. And it has really nice skin loving ingredients in it to help a girl out, and I really like it. So, and it comes in a mini, and I mean, so does the Urban Decay All Nighter, which used to be my holy grail, but I have found that this one works just as good, and it doesn't have the alcohol in it. So anytime I can get something without alcohol in it that's going to dry out my already dry face, I will jump on that. So I did pick this guy up. I also picked up a mini Bag Gal Bang. So the minis are like $15 or $16 or something like that, and I have a ton of mascaras in my collection, so I by all means did not need a full size. I also throw out my mascaras every 3 months regardless, or I try to anyways, regardless of whether they're used up or not, or dried out or not, because they're going on my lashes, they're near my eyes. I have had far too many problems with mascaras that are old, and granted I've never gotten an eye infection, but they bother my eyes. I can always tell when a mascara is bad. So honestly, if I'm gonna buy a mascara, mini is gonna be the one that I buy anyways, and Bag Gal Bang happens to be my favorite. So I did pick up this mascara. I also picked up this, which is the LA Girl Shockwave Nude Lip Liner, and this one is in the shade Rosewood, and I actually picked this up as an eyeliner. So the weeks that I was out of town, I was using the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, and I thought that this would be a beautiful eyeliner with that palette. It is a little bit more like plummy than I anticipated it would be, but also, you guys, these LA Girl Shockwave liners are gorgeous. Gorgeous, and they last forever. I have a ton of them in my collection. I would repurchase these before I'd ever repurchase like an Urban Decay one, unless Urban Decay had colors that these guys didn't have that I necessarily wanted in my collection or needed to have in my collection, which I don't need any more eyeliners, but I digress. I purchased this specifically for an eyeliner. So the best part about these lip liners and eyeliners is that you can interchange them. You can use this on your eyes just as well as you can use it on your lips. So and it was like $4. So who can't beat that? The one regret I have is that I could not find a brown or black. The Ulta Beauty that I was in was out of brown or black eyeliners in this very same formula. So I picked up a different formula by them, and it is the Ultimate Eye Intense Stay Auto Liner. I also didn't have a sharpener with me, and I wasn't sure if I would need a sharpener with a brown one. I really don't like this eyeliner. I think that this one is obviously a completely different formula. It's a little bit more harsh and waxy, and I feel like I'm having to tug too much. So as it stands, like, these are 4 products. 3 of them I will continue to use. This one I just don't see me getting a whole lot of usage out of, honestly. So it's a product that I brought in my collection for absolutely no damn reason. I think I used it one time while I was out of town over 14 days, and I hated using it. So I mean, here at home, maybe I can get it to work for me differently, but for now, that's where we are. The 2 creme de la creme items that I am so stoked about is that I did go to visit one of my peers to help, like, she's brand new in our peer group. And I was really super excited to be with her. She's quite lovely. Ulta Beauty recently brought Chanel into some of our locations, like a handful of our locations. And I live in the backwoods. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm like the redheaded stepchild of the district. Or of the region. I never get anything fantastic or special like Chanel. I would die to have Chanel in even just one of my locations, but I don't. And it makes me feel FOMO to some kind of extent because there's not one anywhere near me that I can go to and say, hey, yo, like, what color foundation should I be using? Hey, yo, tell me about that bronzer. She had 3 locations that we went to that had Chanel in location. So 2 of them did not have anybody in Chanel as the ambassador for Chanel at the moment on the day that we went in. But one of them did. And I was like, I'm come hell or high water. I am getting color matched and I am picking up that Chanel foundation. So I did. I'm so excited. So I picked up the numero un, is how I've been told it is pronounced, Chanel foundation. Yep. This foundation, there is a giant backstory with the numero un products. Like, they are made from the camellia flower, and I can't tell you the whole story, but what I can do is, if you are anywhere near an Ulta Beauty that has a Chanel in it, you should go check it out because it is a beautiful setup. The beauty associates for the brand that we have in our stores are a wealth of knowledge. The beauty associate that helped me out here was fantastic, and I would go back to her 100,000 times for any brand that she's selling, just because of how she talks about the product and the information that she's giving you. I've always said education is key in everything that we're working in. And when you hear the story about this line, you will also want to own everything. I wanted to walk away with one of everything that was there, but they were out of the blushes that I wanted. The blushes that I wanted were the numero un blushes, but they were out of the blushes except for the really deep berry color that just wasn't going to work on my face. They did have their stick blushes in, but their stick blushes have glitter in them. I don't know if you guys know this. She swatched it on my hand and I'm like, is that glitter? Let's not do glitter. So I will have to try and order the cheek products online. But I did walk out of the store with the 2 items that I knew I absolutely wanted. And this is the Chanel foundation in, I don't know what shade it is because it's not telling me what shade it is. What shade is this? I don't even know. I can't even remember if she told me what shade I was. She just said, I think that this is your match. You tell me what you think. And I said, yeah, that looks good. So we went with it. It is the Red Camellia Revitalizing Foundation. That is the name of it. And the shade I have is BD31. I don't even know what BD means. I couldn't even begin to tell you what BD means. Because my stores don't have Chanel, I haven't gotten the awesome training from Chanel that the stores that get Chanel get, and the district leaders that run Chanel stores get. This is the foundation. The bottle is straight up beautiful frosted glass. It is beautiful. I think that she color matched me very, very well. I do think that this is a little bit light, but I think some of that might be the frosted glass because she put it on my face and I wasn't wearing anything that day. This was perfection on my face. I couldn't even tell that I was wearing this versus my natural skin. Like, I'm not wearing my natural skin, but you know what I mean, right? Tell me you know what I mean. So I'm really excited to use this. I'm really excited to have it in my collection. And then the last thing that I purchased last month was this beautiful Chanel bronzer that also is just in such a beautiful component. This is plastic. This is not glass, but I have swatched it. I swatched it in the store. I put it on my hand. I walked around all dang day with this swatch of Chanel bronzer on my wrist, and it did not budge. It was beautiful. beautiful, and I cannot, I just did a cream bronzer video and kind of sneak peeked that I had brought a new bronzer into my collection. This is it. I'm super excited. This one is the lighter. They have 2 shades in the store anyways. I don't know if that's different online, but they have 2 shades, one deeper and one lighter. So this is the lighter one. I just really kind of love the little swirly it makes in there. It reminds me of ice cream. But I do have to say, like, I'm a little, like, can you see how much of this packaging exists without product in it? This is not a cheap bronzer, so, I mean, that's kind of disgusting in my humble opinion. I just put that on upside down. Is that going to come back out of there? I thought I was going to be out a Chanel bronzer, and that would make me cry. So the next day, it was so funny because the next day my peer and the educator, who also was my peer at one point in time, stepped down to that position. Not stepped down, stepped across, stepped laterally into that position. Both of them were like, "Are you wearing your Chanel today?" And I'm like, "No, I want to enjoy the experience of putting on Chanel foundation and bronzer for the first time." And you can't do that in a hotel. You just can't. So in addition to these products that I purchased, I also got a welcome kit from Chanel. And I really honestly was like shook because, like, who does that? Chanel does. So I got a mascara from Chanel, which I'm excited to try. I also got one of their perfumes in Gabrielle, which I am also excited to try. And I also got a sample pack of their Ultra Wear All Day Comfort Flawless Finish Foundation, which isn't this one. It's the other one that we have for sale there. So I'm really excited to try all these items. It also came with a little Chanel book, which is interesting. But I am really excited to try these products. But so I picked up 6 items last month. I had 35 points in my beauty bank. And I take those 6 items that I purchased, subtract those points from my beauty bank. So I'm currently sitting at 29 items that I am able to purchase for the rest of the year. You know, I have to be honest with you. I think I'm doing fantastic at this. I really do. Steph from It's Just Steph, she is the inspiration to this beauty bank because she's who I watch and she's who does it. But my friend Nona says that she has other people that she watches. I'll put their names down in the description box as well. I haven't quite made it to their channels either. But Nona says none of them are doing super well. And I don't think that Steph is doing super well either, if I remember correctly from the last beauty bank recap that I watched from her. I think I'm doing quite well, actually. So I still have 29 points that I can use to purchase items to bring into my collection. And when I go through my empties next month, I think I'll even have more points. So there's that. All the gratis that's sitting over here, that stuff does not count towards my points. So I know that seems ridiculous because it's still stuff being brought into my collection, but I do not want to purchase. At the beginning of the year, I stated I do not want to purchase more than 30 products in my collection. So as I use products, I can bring that many more products into my collection, but I don't want my beauty bank for the items that I purchased to equal more than 30. So if that makes any sense. I think it makes sense. If you watch the other videos, it will make sense. Or Steph's video, who is also linked down in my description box. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. Let me know what you think about the products that I purchased last month. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on the Chanel items because I am stoked to use the Chanel items. So let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you guys for visiting my channel today and sticking around and watching a video from me. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll give it a big thumbs up if you did. I hope that you'll subscribe before you go and let me know down in the comments if you did, because I'd love to welcome you personally. I hope that May is treating y'all kindly and that April treats y'all well. I hope that you and yours are safe and healthy and staying as sane as you can in this crazy world we're living in right now. I also hope that you're loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.